Paranoid Radio.
Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Paranoid. Tell me, boy.
Testicles, 1, 2, testicles.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We back at it like Young Craig, like y'all never had it, but we back at it. Ooh.
That is right. Welcome back to Paranoid Radio Podcast. I am the humble host of this amazing show, Trebles Garcia. Thank you so much for joining us. Every single one of you, thank you so much for supporting us and joining us once more on these amazing episodes. Lately, we have been dropping bombs of knowledge, introducing the one and only, but never lonely, the best co-host in the motherfucking planet, Big Tank. Salute, salute.
Y'all already know the deal. Y'all already know the deal. We back at it, big dog. Oh, another episode, another legend in the making. One of the greats on the mic to ever touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, we're shaking, big dog.
And this episode is brought to you by Los Cuñados Bullies. Get your Frenchie Dons and fucking Merrill babies on the fucking way on Los Cuñados Bullies website on Instagram, Los_Cuñados Bullies. The best hot Frenchies in the motherfucking town. All from San Gabriel Valley to the Valley of the Valleys. That is right.
Yeah, go ask your baby daddy.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. This is Paranoid Radio Podcast. For the people that do not know, me and Big Tank are the best hosts of this amazing show with the best content for the best amazing listeners, which is you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an episode lined up for you guys with a lot of information, historical facts, and values, and we want to introduce the next topic. But right before all of that, I want to make sure you guys know that the best segment in the fucking planet is about to drop bombs. Ooh, it's a bird. It's a plane. Nope, it's Paranoid Radio. Big Tank, what is happening?
What is happening, my people? Y'all know the deal. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's not. If you guys don't know, this is the best segment on this show, and I mean that. Ooh, cold-heartedly. Put some respect on the name. I dare anybody come up here and try to take this crown, because that bitch is welded on, eh?
Take it to the bank of knowledge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, if you guys don't know, I come in with these two stories that I found on the internet over the week. It might even be a TikTok video, to be honest.
That's right.
It comes from anywhere, goes everywhere, right?
That's right.
Without any further ado, I'm going to give you story number one.
Ooh.
Big dog. Have you heard what happened with the whole Netflix drama?
Squeaky. What do you mean? They're trying to fucking charge you more if you're using it outside your Wi-Fi house? Is that what's happening?
Okay. So that was old news. Okay. Netflix came out saying, hey, America, UK, China won't be affected.
Oh.
Okay. That's what they had said. That was their response. Oh, sorry, my bad. It wasn't supposed to get out sent to you guys. Don't worry about it. We got you. Y'all my people. Y'all fuck with us. Y'all riding with us.
That's right.
No big deal. No big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. It ends up happening. They still send you a letter. They actually probably just made something.
They're trying to make money.
Yeah, they're trying to make money. For America, they are going to be charging us $7.99. We don't know what type of platform.
Plus tax.
Using. Yeah, right. Seriously. So we don't know if it's going to be like a central neuralized where it just picks up your Wi-Fi. And let's say, for example, we all have phones, we all have tablets. At one point or another, they're inside the house, right?
Yep.
We don't know if it's going to pick it up that type of way, or maybe it has to be some type of double verification saying that you were just at this place locally. But can you imagine what the world's becoming to? I mean, shit, there's a lot of fucking platforms. Well, they'll give you free shit. They'll give you free shit, no Tubi. Problem.
I watch Tubi all the time, bro.
Exactly. And a lot of these, you could actually have them there, like no problem.
How are they gonna do it with like phones though? So like, okay, let's say you and me are under the same roof. No. You and I are under the same roof, and we're connected to the Wi-Fi. That's connected to that's I guess under the address that they're giving service to. Or like, is it like cable now? Like, okay, because this is my question. If they're only doing it with the people that are based under the same Wi-Fi signal, the same Wi-Fi number, right? The little Wi-Fi code, the way they identify your Wi-Fi router. So for the people that are logged into that Wi-Fi, if I'm the owner of this house, right? So I go to a restaurant and I want to watch Netflix while I'm waiting for my food. and I'm not connected to the Wi-Fi, do they charge me 7 something? Like, how does that
No.
work?
So that's exactly what we're figuring right now. So it could be some type of algorithm where it's basically not in the exact how do you call it, in the exact format. You get me? Where it might and maybe once a month it has to pick up you connecting in or checking in with the same Wi-Fi. I'm not 100. It's still up in there what it could be. You get me? But the prices have been released. $4.99 for the UK because obviously they're in pounds, and $7.99 for the US.
Yeah,
So
$7.99 my ass.
Exactly. I mean, personally, I'm gonna be honest. I don't
Word.
share mine. I don't think it's that much of an expense.
Word.
So far, nobody asked me for it. You get me?
Word.
But if somebody would, hey, here you go, big dog.
I'm the type of dude that I'll share my Netflix if you give me your Amazon Prime. I'll give you my Disney Plus if you give me your fucking Hulu, and we exchange with friends and family.
I like that. That's what we should do now. Tú me das
Damn.
las nalgas y yo te doy el pito, güey.
Wait, what do you mean, dog? No, wait. Translate that into English. I know Nintendo. Not on Nintendo.
You give me that ass, I'll give you this dick.
I'm not trying to exchange. This is not incest. We're not exchanging fluids here. Relax. All right, so what's Star Wars number 2? That is right.
And story number 2, on to the next one, on to the next one. All right, so we brought this up quite a couple times, how electric cars are starting to be a takeover. There's actually that little law / that might be into effect by 2025. They want to have no production gas vehicles coming in, which is something, I mean, in the perfect world, it makes really good sense. Okay, Word. It really does. It will save us a lot. But here's the problem.
This is
where we're having that issue. So everything's coming out electric. The other day, my buddy of mine just went through the Grapevine. If you guys don't know what that is, that's heading north, passing, going through Bakersfield and all that area.
North side.
Yes, he had to wait. Right, as soon as you go down the outlets into the outlets to charge. Okay, he had to wait.
8 hours.
No, really close. He had to
9
wait
hours.
6 hours.
Yeah.
Before he even charged on, but he couldn't even get the fast charger.
How much?
Okay, a full charge for him will get him I think he told me $375 it starts off. But depending on your functions and usage, remember, you crank up the volume, you have AC high, it will start dropping. Same thing like in a gas car. You fucking step on in a V8 gas banging.
I thought these Teslas had like a four alternators in each wheel that powers it.
No. That would be the good thing about it. That would be the great. It's never been like that. Okay. So, and today again, a coworker of mine was telling me, "Oh yeah, I'm thinking about it." So I just literally shared her that story today.
Word.
And I'm like, "Hey, look, this is just what happened. Have you ever been there?" She goes, "No, I haven't been there in a long time." And that's when I ended up telling her, "I'm like, I'm letting you know how it is. I'm like, this is what happens when you go to certain far places. In a perfect world, I would say you need over 750 miles to make it worth your while." That's
right. And on top of that,
I'm not even shooting for fucking.
It's really expensive right now. Electricity went up 300% in California for the people that do not know. And on top of that, the grid is not, the infrastructure for the grid in California, it's not capable to sustain that much charging power if every single one of us had an electric vehicle. Nevertheless, still right now with the few people that do have it, which I want to say out of 100 people, maybe 15 to 10 people have an electric vehicle, it's already fucking adding too much power on the fucking grid, which is only gonna fucking cause more chaos. Oh man. And a run on the fucking gasoline.
110%. So GM just released the new Silverado.
Yeah.
10,000 pound towing capacity. It's going to be all electric. Looks really nice. It even looks affordable. They're starting the MSRP at $40K. I mean, obviously the whole inflation thing and everything. Whoa. I mean, because the closest thing Tesla has, I'm not saying I'm gonna just use Tesla because that's when everybody thinks electric cars. What do you think? You think Tesla, or believe it or not, you go back
Lucid.
a couple years. Not Lucid, but I'm gonna say Prius. Those are two of the most common names when you hybrid. Yeah. So I mean, if we're talking about some of the greatest icons to ever touch the electricity platform on cars, we have to go with those certain types. You get me?
Yes.
I'm not against the whole fact of it being electricity. I am pushing more strongly for hybrid to at least be the very bare minimum.
At least, yeah.
You get me?
You know what, bro? it's a little too much. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd rather take the Silverado, the electric Silverado, over the fucking woke Ford 150 Raptor. I'm sorry. I don't know if you've seen it. It's catering.
I've seen it. I don't
understand your
have
subject,
a
but
problem.
yeah.
No. I'm not against it. I'm really not against it. I have no issue against it or anything. The problem with it all being is, yeah, do we like to have some fun sometimes? Yeah. Are we? Yeah, there's people that'll fucking blow through gas for shits and giggles because they can. You get me? I'm not saying we don't need to be micromanaged. We really don't. But that's what makes some places great. That's what makes the US great, to be honest.
Thank you.
Hey, Trebles, one day something happens, you don't want to fucking go work. I'm gonna drive. Let's see how far this shit gets me. You get me? Realistically speaking, at this point, there's been a lot of heated debates.
Yeah.
At this point, your car becomes unoperable or third-party controlled.
And they have the on and off switch. Yes.
Exactly. Did you know that you cannot buy a old Tesla if it's not through a certified dealer? Doesn't necessarily have to be through Tesla, but they have to buy out the rights, because Tesla has said it once and over again. We can't say if it's right or not right. There's a very famous case where this guy bought a Tesla from a salvage auction, from wreckage yard. It had a few small fender bender. They replaced it, and Tesla deemed it unworthy and turned off their supercharging functions. They were unable to supercharge. Hashtag because Tesla said, even though you bought it, we are responsible for the safety of this vehicle, so you cannot have it.
No.
What kind of world?
Then he could sue the auction for not allowing or giving them the warning.
They didn't know. This was something unheard of.
This is retarded.
Okay, in one point or another, we've all bought a salvage vehicle, right? Okay. Obviously, we know it's salvage because it hit or a crash. The company gets bought off. The vehicle isn't theirs no more. They reset it. They paint it. They leave it. They could leave it brand new. It might have been something small. Maybe it could have been something as light as scratches.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you owning something and somebody telling you, "Cool, but it's still mine"?
That is just a small dose of what they can do, even after fucking a purchase of a car that's already totaled and wrecked. And see, with gas cars, you don't have that issue. With gas cars, you purchase it, you fix it, you buy it, and if it's yours, it's yours, and you can do it.
Exactly. So can you imagine if there's a government-based, fully government-funded new company that comes up? We'll call it money bags or whatever it is. You get me? You go to the company money bags, they give you a smoking badass car, looks badass, looks futuristic and shit, but you get it at a really steep discounted price.
It's also a way to Tesla hold on onto the market of Tesla, because I don't know if you know, Tesla's patents are out to the public. This is public knowledge. You could just look them up and copy their Tesla cars, and it's because they want to have people fucking evolutionize the electric car. So it's all public knowledge. However, Tesla also wants to make sure that all the fucking Tesla cars are sold and redeemed and certified, sold after, used or new through only Tesla certified dealers, which gives them full power over their content.
Exactly.
Over their products.
So, I mean, it's something that's just hitting the waves. At one point or another, for all that we know, they flipped the switch and that's it. Ain't no charging, no nothing. We're done. You get it back to horses and a cow. Let's go get it.
Look who's a conspiracy theorist now.
It's not even about that. It's just common
your
sense.
fucking mind.
Your fucking mind, big dog. All right, so this was what is happening. I gave you my 2 cents. I jumped into the bank of knowledge. That big old head we're looking at, I'm cracking right open. All right?
That is right, Big Tank.
To the next time. You guys all know this is the next segment. Catch us next time.
That's right.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Oh man,
this feels just like an educational video. It doesn't feel like paranoid. I mean, we're gonna do it, but it doesn't it doesn't feel like a deep dive. It doesn't feel like a conspiracy.
I went into a deep dive on this shit. I learned a lot about the flag.
No, you learned a lot, but it's not a deep dive. It's not uncovering anything. It's just basic rules.
It's not uncovering. Yeah, it's not uncovering.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. I'm not saying
it feels educational. I know what you mean now.
It's just educational. You get me? It's not. Yeah. I mean, It's not like one of the conspiracies where like, oh, I wonder why we do it like this or something. You get me? Yeah, I'm in. That's all. That's it. But I'm in. Shit, I still did my research. I got my notes right here too.
That is right, Big Tank. And thank you for those two amazing stories. As always, rocking the cages. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a very educational video. As you just heard, Big Tank doesn't like educational videos. He hates them. But we went into a deep dive regardless.
I hate you and I'm still here, right?
Yeah, you know what? That shows that you're a man of commitment, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about something that we should all know by this time. If you're an American, you should all know these rules. And a lot of us don't. As a matter of fact, I didn't even know these fucking rules or regulations and policies and shit until I went deep into this research. These are everyday single things that we should have known, historical facts about the flag. Check this out. The flag represents a living country. Therefore, the flag is considered a living thing. Changed over 25 times in history, replaced only once. A most instant recognized symbol globally for power, freedom, democracy, and capitalism. A national belonging, patriotism, and unity. It was only until the Civil War that the United States citizens wore and carried the U.S. flag as a decorative piece that connects heart, soul, and emotion to the Star-Spangled Banner. Red, white, and blue, and black, and yellow, and everything in one whole fucking flag. The reason for our questioning and our reality, the emblem of cults, religions, all creeds, and brotherhoods. It represents racism in old rallies, and it represented civil rights and inequalities in the 20th century. Best of both worlds, right? Well, even as it cannot be legally used in propaganda, nations, companies, bankers, and presidents used it as a prop for their line pumping bullshit. As a matter of fact, Nixon was the first ever American president to wear the fucking American pin on his $2,000 fucking suit. Look it up. Hashtag GTS that shit. So I'm changing hashtag look it up to GTS, which means Google that shit. No, check this out. Check this out. Check this out. First, made out of cotton and wool and silk picked by the slaves. These are the American flag codes followed by the demonstrations of the flag and their symbolic meaning. Remember that the current day politicians dating back to Civil War have communicated to other state members and elected officials and even allied nations using flag codes during times of raid, fear, corruption, and devolution and war. Enter Tank. Welcome to Flag Codes, everybody. The United States of America flag. That's right. This is a deep topic, and it's very educational, like you said, Big Daddy.
Okay. Dumb it down. I mean, a flag, the only thing a flag is a logo nowadays to perception.
Yes. Which is why a lot of people are stepping on it and burning it and et cetera, et cetera.
Well, just because it holds a higher moral value doesn't mean you have to agree with it. You get me? It's like if you're a hardcore Android user and you say fuck Apple.
No,
the only
it's not like that.
Hold up. The only difference behind it is that the flag of the United States has power. You get me? As opposed to it just being a minute thing. You get me?
Yes.
It's different for me saying fuck America than for me saying fuck Trebles. There's a big difference. You get me? Or fuck paranoid. You get me?
The thing is that the United States flag is backed up by federal laws. As a matter of fact, it has 10 commandments. I'm not going to go
because it has power. Because it has power behind it. You get me? As opposed to any regular logo that could get disrespected. For example, if you're a hardcore Laker fan, you'll say fuck the Clippers. You get me? Mm-hmm. Okay, vice versa. You get me? Switch it up around, except the other one actually has powers behind it, and some stuff cannot be disrespected.
Yes.
Which is a bit. It's like when I'll give you a better example. When the Catholics put up this house is Catholic, there's a lot of people that take really offense to that because as you can see, they have Jehovah's Witnesses and sometimes they'll go knock. And I'm not saying it's Jehovah's Witnesses, but you'll have other people from different religions try to rip it off, scrape it off, or something like that because it's quote unquote offending them because they're not letting their freedom of speech be heard. So I mean, I understand it, but at the end of the day, in the most basic form, something we could all relate to. It's a logo backed by power.
Absolutely. And what you said about how Catholics put this as a Catholic house, did you know that it's illegal to put the American flag on any t-shirt? Like you can't have any memorabilia or any propaganda or any cartoon or anything to be sold. Like you know how they say for 4th of July they have napkins.
You shouldn't.
It's illegal. It's a federal crime. It's I was like, wait,
it's
you
not
have them on
stopped.
plates,
It's
on
not
paper
stopped.
It's not stopped. It's not regulated. It's fucking crazy. But I really, so there is a 10 commandments on the flag. I'm gonna read brief them. I'm gonna name I want to name what they are. But I'm not gonna dive deep into what the 10 Commandments are. It's the speed of the hoist, flying over countries, the half-staff choreograph, red, white, and blue jeans, the rule of Memorial Day, number 6, pledging of allegiance to the flag, the Twilight Last Gaming, Yankees D's, Yankees yes, Doodles no, the spacious skies and skylarks, which means I'm gonna show you what that means right now, and the stars and stripes and storms. It's just basically 10 commandments on how to flag and what to do with the flag and how to put it away properly, et cetera, et cetera. So we're not gonna dive into that, except also. So I'm not bashing on anybody here, but I have to bring this up. I'm a Trumper, but a lot of the Trumper fans and MAGA supporters carry their fucking American flag in their truck, and they cover the trucks with their American flag. That's also
and
illegal.
that's a no. That's illegal.
That's illegal.
You cannot
That's
carry
illegal.
flags like that.
Yeah,
I mean, okay. It's one of the most.
it's weird. It's weird how it's
It's to show
patriotic.
liberty. It's to
Yeah.
show patriotism.
Yeah,
But there's
it's
certain
illegal.
things you cannot do to it.
Yeah,
for
and
the
this
very-
this is not recent. This is old regulations of federal law that you're
Yes.
supposed to follow. Yeah.
Yes, 110%.
That's right.
110%. At the end of the day, it's
Mm.
a really, really touchy subject, to say the least.
Yeah.
You get
Yeah.
me? There's only so much. There's really only so much that you are allowed to do with it. But people
Mm.
get away with murder because it's a big thing, but it's not a big thing. For example,
Yeah.
there was a we all seen the LGBTQ flag. You get
Okay.
me? People have painted on the floor, and now that's being called disrespectful because there was a video surfaced of a guy doing a burnout on top of it. Okay, technically the LGBTQ flag has never been recognized. It
In
has no
Santa Monica
power, no
Boulevard in
substance.
North Hollywood, they have it on the street.
Exactly. No. I'll give you a better one. During the
Mhm.
whole thing, Armani has it on the floor right there at the Valley
Mm.
Mall.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give you that. I'll give you one closer to home. But at the end of the day, it has no power. If you have your own freedom of choice, the only thing they should be able to get you for is destruction of public property or personal property. It has no power between anything else, whether you believe it or not, but people will get oversensitized. But but we're breaking the rule half the time. Like you said, we're not supposed to have it on, we're not supposed to wear it, we're not supposed to have the public plates, anything like that.
For 4th of July, they have them on napkins, dog. You get the napkin, you use it, and you throw it away. You're not supposed to dispose of the flag. It's treated like the Bible almost. It's crazy.
It really is.
Yeah.
But it all goes back to a logo that shouldn't be defaced in any type of way. Realistically speaking.
So what I wanted to get into was the codes of the flag, and a lot of deep meaning to this. So there's a lot of flags because of what's happening right now with the fucking conspiracy theorists, and the woke movement, and the awakened movement, and the truth community. There's things that I really want to talk to you about. Now, for example, one of the most popularized flags out there is the all blackout flag. With the like, it has the emblems, it has the stripes, and it has the stars, but it's all blacked out. In 1776, with a whole new meaning, this meant no quarry, no hostages, no surrender. Men will die in battlefield with no remorse, flying the flag honorably, but women and children will be liberated. Now, that was an honorable way to go to war. That's what it meant. Now,
it's like flag symbols. It's like between ships communicating with each other type of thing. You get me? They have different symbols, the way they wave them, the way they do certain things. I'm not saying it's American flag, but it's just the way you certain do things.
No, there's something that connects it to what you said about ships. So this is what check this out. In maritime law, which means where there was pirates and shit, there was a pirate meaning for this flag, a bloodshot all red flag. Now picture that, a bloodshot all red flag, an American flag. This means no quarry, no surrender, kill everything. A stance of survival only to be flown during an event of extreme survival, no hostages, no survivors, dishonor, piracy, destroy everything. And this is one of those popularized flags with the American meaning also that's behind it. This is extremely, and to look for this research, I had to dig in Google, bro. There's a lot of research.
Okay. It's not so much getting
keyword piracy.
Yeah, no, that's fine. But it's not so much getting off what the old is. It's just following certain traditions. You get me? For example, I'll give you a good one. Look at that. New logo, Los Cuñados Bullies in the
Los
background.
Cuñados Bullies, that's right.
So where did I get my inspiration from? Okay, from normal dog beauty, but I threw my own twist in it. I asked for certain things. But if you look at other dog breeders and other dog people, they'll have a similar logo. They'll have their pet with their name right under it. It's up to you how you customize it. You just follow a basic background, a template per se. So, and realistically, that's all we're doing. We're following the templates. We're following it one way or another. We're getting it done. We're doing it this way. We're doing it that way.
True.
So it's not so much, I guess, memorizing privacy or anything. But it's just, having something for something. For example, Trebles, let's give viewers a quick listen. We know that we have to have the episodes done minimum at the latest Wednesday afternoon, because you have to edit, you have to have it ready, drop in the queue, a description and everything. And that gives you enough time, right? So it's something that sort of has to be followed or get done, or else it's not going to happen.
Exactly.
It's really similar to the flag, that you're following the same traditions. Well, you need a flag for this, you need a flag for that, you need different meanings for this, different meanings for that. How to fly the colors.
Yes.
So it's, like I said, it's not so much. For example, somebody could say, you can say fuck los swing bullies. You get me? You can. I just ordered stickers, my people. They'll be out really soon. They'll be actually in the next care package, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And the next people that get shirts I'm actually gonna send them some too. I'm gonna send them some Los Cuñados stickers, okay?
Oh,
yeah.
All right. Give me the hat. Okay, sorry.
Okay.
Promoting Los Cuñados bullies all hardcore. Okay. So keep finishing your statement, fucker.
But like I'm saying, you could technically say fuck Los Cuñados bullies. Thousands of people on Instagram, Facebook could say fuck Los Cuñados bullies. It just has no power or nothing to be held up against, as opposed to the flag, the biggest logo for the biggest enterprise. Well, one of the biggest enterprises in the world.
Enterprise. I like that word, enterprise. You know what, dude? And enterprises have stormtroopers, and our stormtroopers are military members. Every single branch of the military has a reversed flag on the right shoulder.
Agreed.
As you march forward means never retreat. So this is why that's the only time you'll have a reverse flag on the shoulder, because the star part, which represents the unity of the flag, that the little fringe needs to be facing forward against the wind, which means you're always marching forward and never retreating. So pay attention to the right shoulder of every military member on their uniform. The American flag is facing the other way around, which represents marching forward. Now, I'm gonna give you a quick description of what the colors mean from red, white, and blue, and then we're gonna go into the disciplines of what the new colors are. Check this out. The red means valor, strength, and hardiness. Blue represents perseverance, vigilance, and justice. And white represents purity and innocence. 13 stripes for the original 13 colonies. 50 stars united in blue to show the unity of the 50 states. Remember, every state is considered technically a country that's now in a state that promotes itself as a unity of states to become the United States of America. Now, okay, so every state equals nation. Now, there is something that's going around in all social media, and that Donald Trump himself made this very fucking popular now, the gold fringe. Some say that because how it's displayed, it represents maritime law over the law of the land. So if you don't know, if you run a business, you want to run a business using maritime law. I don't want to dive deep into what maritime law means, is because it's too much to explain. But my insight, this is why people call it banks. A river flows, and everything what flows like the river is money. That's why it's called currency, and what holds the river together is banks. That's why we call it banks. So it's called maritime law for a reason. There's a lot of terminology into it. There's a big conspiracy behind it. Look it up. Maritime law over land of the law. The law of the land, I mean. Now, the gold fringe is now debunked as that, as a Navy man has told me that the U.S. Army, the gold fringe actually represents military might over another nation. For example, when the United States president arrives to England, which is an allied nation, the POTUS of the flags are all fringed. They're not fringed at all, being hosted by an allied country, because you're walking into a country that's your ally. Well, when in reverse, when the vice president, the commander-in-chief, or the secretary of defense arrives at North Korea, Taiwan, or any other country that's not exactly signed off as an ally, the POTUS has a gold fringed flag surrounding the speaker, which means the power and military dominance over the adversary. So wherever we go, if we are not in an allied nation, for example, Canada or Mexico, if we land in El Salvador, I don't know if it's out there, it's a fucking, let's say Venezuela. We land in Venezuela, the flag would have golden fringes on it representing the dominance of military over that country. Now, a lot of the countries don't even know that, and the United States gets away with that blasphemy on site, on land in their territory. Trump has made this very popular with the devolution theory, which we have a fucking episode. Go check it out. Devolution theory with Flash_News 1 and JB from Rogue One Media. And it's also in a signature of internal war within the country with the deep state and with the banks. Again, going back into maritime law with banks. So a lot of the things, like Big Tank said, he said keyword enterprise. The United States of America now is a fucking corporation. It's an enterprise. It's a fucking money printing bank for the world. Woo! Now,
that was a mouthful. That was
a mouthful. I got
that
more.
was-
I got another line of line of discipline colors. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there's a blue line for the cops now.
Hasta ahí me la bolsita.
Oh, you're talking about the white line? Don't get me excited.
Agua la nariz, agua la nariz.
I got that Colombian fever, baby. Oh shit! Now check this out. This is called the line colors of discipline. A black flag with the blue means in 1950s the blue line represented. It was adopted by the law enforcement agencies and professionals to represent courage and sacrifice while protecting the American people. Now we also have the black flag with the red, which represents fire services. The gray one represents correction, like the correction officers. The all blue white represents American medicinal and medical people, the services. Yellow means dispatchers, and purple means security, and green is military and conservation. So now you have a black flag with the one line, and that one line could be a green, a blue, or red. That's what it represents. Those are called disciplinary lines. So learn how to read that too. Read between the lines. Get it?
Yeah.
Now, what you said about how to fly the flag, this is very important because this is the law in every public building, including government buildings, to fly the flag in daylight and inside every classroom. It is illegal in the federal level to replace the U.S. flag for any other banner or foreign flag, symbol, or assembly. Hence, gay pride flags are not to be flown in classrooms. It is illegal if it's not present next to a U.S. flag. Now, even if they are together, the U.S. flag must be taller than the gay flag. For some reason, it is illegal. Now you have these TikTok videos.
Okay. Get away from the gay flag. Let's just say even the California flag.
Bam.
They always hierarchy. U.S. flag has to be the very first one flying high, and it has to be a certain amount away from it.
Okay.
The next flag under has to be a certain amount away from it, and then it's the next flag, and then it could be the other flag. So, for example, if you have a corporation, I'm gonna use another big example, well-known Los Cuñados Bullies. If I have the U.S. flag on top, and then I want to have the California flag,
wait, every time you open your mouth, it's Los Cuñados. Hey, what a way to promote! You're a salesman, motherfucker. That is good. Los Cuñados. Wait. Let me finish this off. Wait. And this episode has been brought to you by Los Cuñados Bullies. Get your Frenchie Dons and fucking puppies now for the summer and buy yourself a new family member. Los Cuñados Bullies. All right, next. Finish off your statement, fool.
So, like I was saying, if I want to have, if I have a pole in front of my building or my house or whatever it is, U.S. flag always has to go on top. Then whatever you decide to go. So in this case, a hierarchy would be U.S. flag, Los Cuñados Bullies, or U.S. flag, California flag, Los Cuñados Bullies. If I were to have one, okay, it can never be the opposite, and they can never be flown at the same height. So, for example, a lot of people like to have the U.S. flag on the side of the porch of the house, or symbolizing their patriotism. You cannot have another one right next door to it on the same eve. It has to be shown lower.
Always. It's illegal to have it at the same height. The only way that you can have it at the same height if it's an allied country. And even at that, in the United States, it would always be above.
Exactly. Well, just because it's standing on a U.S. pole. But regardless, at the end of it, at the very end of it, it's definitely showing a sign of respect, to very least.
And then if it's flown at night, it has to be illuminated 100% of the nighttime. And it also has to be weatherproof.
Yes, and if it's not being monitored, because you have to, if it's not monitored by like basically security 24/7 on a flagpole. You have to bring it down. That is a sign of disrespect.
Ceremoniously, they have to bring it down and do like a salute, fold it into the triangle, and put it against your chest and walk it like, oh, like it's fucking insane, the laws of the flag, dog. And it seems like the U.S. flag is one of the only countries that really takes pride on the flag that hard.
So, you know what? I've seen a lot. I haven't seen a lot. I've seen when Mexico does it for special occasions and everything. They have more of sense of pride within, and I'm gonna use that real loosely, because we all know when we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, we're supposed to put our hand over our heart. Correct.
And if you have a hat, you have to put it over your heart too.
Exactly. And not to saying it's not important to the Mexicans. I'm pretty sure it's hardcore important to them too. But I'm gonna just use them as an example. They have to have their hand, I think it's like this, and that's their how do you call it? That's their
like if you're
flag
saluting, but
coming
on your
out.
heart. Yeah.
Yes, and that's one of the main focuses at that point. So every country has to be different. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's not a country that wouldn't care about showing their patriotism to their flag. You get me?
But how are Mexicans? How do they take if you're stepping on a Mexican flag? Because I know there's videos going around of Iran having a big ass American flag at the outside of their international airport, and people are like, they want people to step on the U.S. flag, and people are walking around the American flag. Even though they're this place, like, you can't burn it, you can't step on it. It's not even supposed to touch the ground at any chance ever. And if it's ever gonna be burned, it has to be burned by an official, only to put it to bed.
Yes,
it's fucking insane, dude.
It's fucking okay. So at the end of it, what we're basically talking about, it's certain procedures that we have to get done, even when you fly it on a vehicle. You get me? Even doesn't matter what. Obviously, you can't really fly it on a plane because the fucking wind. Excuse me. We'll just knock it.
Don't choke. Swallow.
Swallow. Mama taught me right. So if you're ever flying the flag on a car, you have to display a single U.S. flag with the staff firmly affixed on the chassis to the right of the fender. Okay, not the left side, not the passenger. It has to be done on the right.
Okay. Holy shit. Let's see what else you got.
Don't ever drape the American flag on the hood, top side, or the back of the car.
Illegal.
Fly the flag at half shaft. Fly other flags higher than the American flag. Fly larger. Oh, that's a good one. You can never have a bigger flag than the American flag. So if you have a 10x20, they have to be either the same size or smaller. Does not matter. It does not matter. Okay. And the same thing can be said for motorcycles. Obviously, motorcycles, you have less room. You get me? If you fly it, you could actually fly it in the back standing still, because you can't fly it firmly in the front.
Wow.
So I mean, there's a lot of do's and don'ts that you just can't do. And
go for it. Finish off.
No. And even then, you have to remember that whatever you're flying, you're doing it with a sense of pride. To be
when Mexico wins a fucking FIFA partido, a fucking soccer game, and all the fucking Mexicans are wearing they're flying their Mexican flags in the trucks, it's illegal in so many ways.
Yes.
Holy shit, this is insane, dog. You know what, dog?
I don't know if you've ever seen The King of the Hill. I'm pretty sure you have.
I've seen it.
King of the Hill.
I've seen it.
Hank Hill. Okay, there's a scene where
propane accessories.
Exactly.
I remember.
So there's a scene where tornado's hitting. I forgot where. But basically, Hank is basically butt naked. I don't exactly know the reason why he's butt naked, but he chooses not to use a flag and to cover himself with a little cactus. So there is meaning even behind that. So you just have to wonder what the hell stuff.
North Korea, they have, how they have the images of their emperors or the kings. They have Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-un, whatever the fuck the name is. So if your house is burning down, the first thing you have to save is the portraits. If you don't save the portraits and you survive the house burn, they'll kill you for not saving the portraits. Wait. So what you said about
I'm gonna say that's the least of my worries.
So what you said about flying the flag is extremely important, because there is one more flag that I forgot to mention, is the upside down flag, which is a sign of distress and need of help, and SOS. As a matter of fact, the last 2 weeks, if I check this out, look it up on Google, and on TikTok, the fucking Capitol building, the big ass Congress fucking building on Capitol Hill was flying the fucking American flag half staff upside down, which means SOS. This is where the big conspiracy comes, that there is something going on within our deep state and our fucking government. And I don't want to make this into a fucking a conspiracy episode, but there is also something I want to mention. This is going to be the last fucking fact I have for all of you guys. There is one fucking state that is considered above all states, and it's going to fucking trip you the fuck out. This is going to be Texas. Texas is the only state that could fucking fly their flag taller than the United States of America. All states must rise it above it. The American flag must be above, but Texas is the only one that's considered to allowed to go or bypass this law. And it's because Texas is considered the Six Flags states, hence Six Flags Magic Mountain. I don't know if you knew that. Texas has six different flags represented the 6 different nations that it once was dominated by: Spain, France, Mexico, Texas. The Texas state, it was all blue with a white star. Kind of like Walmart. Walmart has that one star, so that's why Walmart. There's all the WalMarts that exist are mostly all in Texas. The U.S. flag and the Confederate flag. 6 different flags in Texas, which is why Texas is respected to be at a level nation state like California. Fun fact.
Not only that, when Texas came in to the Union, they did not, and I repeat, they did not agree to full power over them. Which is why a lot of laws are not necessarily traditional in Texas. They correct me if I'm wrong. Hashtag GTS. Google that shit.
Google that shit. GTS that shit.
GTS. Okay. Hashtag GTS. I actually believe that they're actually able and willing to be able to leave under the right circumstances, and they should have no backlash.
It's a lot easier for them to get dismantled from the Union, like be their own country. Oh, yes. I think Alaska was one of those. No, Hawaii. Who was it that signed? Like they're a state, but they could walk out a lot easier than any other state that gets tied to the Union. As a matter of fact, in Texas, you walk around with a fucking gun that's loaded up on a holster, right? And if somebody fucks your wife or steals your horse, you can legally shoot them without going to jail.
Yes. Whoa. I mean, there's a big investigation.
Yeah. Not shoot to kill. Like shoot them in the leg or something.
Yes.
Fucking sick.
But at that point, if somebody's shooting at me, I'm gonna shoot back, and I'm not gonna be like, hey, hold on, leg shot, homie. Shit. I'm gonna shoot to kill. Bam, homie.
Los Cuñados bullets in the motherfucking house. Ladies and gentlemen, Big Tank is here. Dog, is there anything else you want to know that we do not know about the American flag and how to fucking fly the colors?
At the moment, that's pretty much it, folks.
We fucking destroyed it, dog.
I had fun. I know I came in talking shit, saying that this wasn't our normal thing, but we are Paranoid Radio. We are Tanks and Trebles. We're always going to do a spin on it, and that's what you guys got. Hopefully you guys liked it. If you guys
gotta have
like
that balance. You gotta have that balance. Obviously, I'm gonna tell you something. I think some of the laws are extreme, but now I know. Like I opened up the intro. It says the flag is a living thing. It represents a living country, so it's treated almost like a Bible. To me, now I understand why there's so much passion behind it. And I think about it. It's been changed 25 times and only replaced once. And that one time that it has been replaced, it was replaced by the pride flag. So now, not been played nationally, but in classrooms and gender. Through the public. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by Los Cuñados Bullies. Please give them a round of applause and make sure you fucking hit Los Cuñados, Los_Cuñados_Bullies. They're bringing it out. He's gonna give us stickers. And guys, we're closing out the fucking the show. We're closing out the season. Season 4 is finally coming to an end after 54 episodes, 54 weeks going strong, with a brand new shirt with a brand new logo, stickers from Los Cuñados Bullies, and free stickers for Paranoid Radio listeners. We're gonna have a little raffle. We're gonna have a free giveaway. We're not selling anything. Make sure you drop a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and check us out on paranoidradio.com. And stay tuned this Friday for another episode with the Talking Roosters podcast. Rico, shout out to my boy. We had a freestyle conversation and we broke down the laws of simulation theory. That is right. Big Tank, let him out.
You guys know the deal. Catch me EKNAT 626. Once again, check out Los Cuñados Bullies, Los_Cuñados_Bullies on Instagram. Go give it that like, that follow. We'll catch you guys next time. Woo!
That is right.